Hi there, welcome to United Nations World Water Day. I'm actually here in Venice with renowned architect, sustainable architect David Hertz, and to really talk about his vision for this project, this initiative which is called Sky Source, and his whole philosophy behind making water from air. So welcome, David.
Thank you.
So why don't we listen to the man himself and what he's doing with Sky Source and where he's taking it.
Well, thanks. It's nice to be here on World Water Day. I mean, according to the United Nations, in 13 years, by 2030, demand's going to outstrip supply worldwide by 40%. So water is the single most important issue that I think humanity is facing. We can't live without water. So this technology is about harvesting water from the air, and instead of transporting water long distances, for a point of use solution. So we have about 10 kilowatts of solar power on our roof, and we use that power to drive this Skywater machine. This makes about 150 gallons a day of fresh distilled water. We're close to the ocean in Venice, and so the entire ocean evaporates into the troposphere and renews itself completely on a weekly basis. And so you have very high humidity, and we extract that humidity and make drinking water. And so what we've done here is this machine, for instance, even right here, is just pumping pure distilled, filtered water from this holding tank that's come through this machine. And then we've incorporated street art into this alleyway just off the Venice boardwalk. So the idea is that we certainly feel that water is a fundamental human right that shouldn't be privatized and sold in little plastic bottles. And so there's a democratization of water. Since we're using solar energy, making water, we can give it away. So we put this urban kind of sky well. And so you can see that it's just photo sensor, and anyone could come at any time and fill up. So
let's look at this alley here, which is the alley behind Venice Beach. And you've been here for many years, right?
Yeah, been in Venice my whole life. My great grandmother lived here. We have the Venice boardwalk right here. It's a gritty kind of urban alley, and incorporating the artwork into a mural, and then the bottle filling station is a way to offer water to the community.
So a couple of questions, I think. By the way, thank you, Patricia. Maybe a bit closer because of the volume being outside. So one of the things I want to ask you is two things. 97% of the water in the world is in the oceans.
Right.
I understand 3%, or 3%, 1.5% is in the polar ice caps.
Right.
1.5% is fresh water.
Correct.
Right. So we really are at a time right now, kind of in a little bit. This is the need of the hour in water conservation, right?
Yes.
So while the cars go by. So the question I had for you is two things. The question is, if you're harnessing water from the air, from the atmosphere, what about pollution? The question I always get is that, is there so much pollution being there? How do we ensure that this is a very pure source for drinking water?
Of course, that's an important question and a perfect segue when we're in an alley with cars going right by. So the air that we breathe inside our buildings is air conditioned, and so the fresh air that's coming in, whether it's polluted or fresh, is taken through an air filter. So we use a very, very fine HEPA filter that filters the air, but most of the time it's really the condensation process in a vessel that's then taking the water into a tank, and we treat that water with ozone that will never allow bacteria to even form, and then it's polished through a colloidal silver coconut shell filter medium to kind of polish the water. So even in urban environments with high levels of pollution, it does not get into the water.
So what's your vision for Sky Source? And you have some international projects too, right?
Yes.
In Hyderabad and India.
Yes.
What's your vision for Sky Source?
The vision is to follow the solar energy model of distributed energy and make water distributed, and make water at the source as for point of use, fit for purpose water as needed using alternative energy. We're competing for the X Prize, a global water abundance project, trying to make water affordable. So our goal is to, while working certainly within the first world and areas of severe drought like California and other places, but the real idea is how do we bring water to people around the world? And when you match the humidity and heat zones of the world also with areas of water scarcity and water quality problems, they actually align. So what we have to do is just be more efficient at the use of energy or alternative forms of energy in rural places to make water, ideally to combine water with growing food and creating jobs for a total system.
So what are the projects today that people can go and check them out? Obviously in Venice Beach you have the live project. Any other areas which you're currently working on with SkySource?
Well, we're working on a project in Watts in south central Los Angeles that is reviving an old horticultural program that helps to make water for people working in Haiti. We're working in Cuba, and we're working in Africa, all with our Go Water initiative through the Go campaign. And then we've got a couple projects that we're doing. We're excited with Machaiah in India, and we're working on some interesting billboard concepts. I'm working with an artist named Stephen Glassman, and we're collaborating called Open Air, where we're using billboards to create essentially cloud forests to condense water and bring them down and activate the urban base with a water fountain.
So once again, love what David Hertz is doing. I think the need of the hour is water. I believe that the next world war is probably going to be fought on water. And I think for countries like India, where I kind of visit regularly and my home is still there, places like Bangalore, which is the Silicon Valley of India, there's no water. You might be actually living in a $2 million home and you're getting somebody coming and delivering water to you in trucks. So check out SkySource, SKYSOURCE.org. And would love to hear your feedback, and we'll share this information on social media. I think the next future of harnessing the atmosphere for water is really the unique approach, and stay tuned. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Happy World Water Day.
Happy World Water Day.